Well guys, I'm sorry to say that I have made a big error with these pigs back here. I did not call the processor in time, and I have got to keep these things around until December the 20th, which is over a month away from right now. Today's November the 14th, and yeah, I've got quite a bit more time with these pigs, and that was not my plan. I was hoping to have them gone by maybe the last week in November, but I underestimated how busy the processor was going to be. The processor that we use also does deer, and it's deer season right now, so they're just backed up pretty bad, I think. So they're going to be hanging around with us. I've given up on the open feeding because when I put the open feeder out here with about 300 pounds of feed, it's gone in 3 or 4 days. So that's not exactly sustainable. So I'm feeding them between 30 and 35 pounds a day just to ration it out, and they seem to be okay with that. So that's what we're doing, and we're going to keep them around for a little while longer. But that's not the point of this video. My sidekick and I are going to go grab some air gun nails, and we're going to get on the wall in the house. Good news, I already had some, so I don't have to make that trip and spend that money. Here's the wall I'm talking about here, and it is still decorated from a birthday party that we had in July. Well guys, these are the boards that we're going to use to put on these walls, and you might remember these boards. It's been a little while since we stacked them in the house. It looks like we stacked them in here on September the 20th, and they've probably been thoroughly acclimated at this point. I'd already checked the moisture on them. The moisture was 15% back in September, and now we're getting into winter with more drier air, I guess you could say, and they have dropped down to about 10.5% or so moisture, so that's really good. And the width of this board was 12 3/16 back in September. It has dropped down to 12 1/16, actually a good bit less than I thought. So it's lost about 1/8 of an inch on the gap, so that's good. So actually that's pretty significant, because if you put two boards together and they both shrink 1/8 of an inch, you end up with a 1/4 of an inch gap. So actually that's pretty significant. So what we need to do now is take these boards and rip them to all the same width, and then we'll cut them down and start putting them up.
Why are you putting that board like that?
So I can take it out to the shed and saw it. Oh, thank you. Okay. We got to take a short break here and fix one of these toys that my son was playing with here. See, the loader bucket right here is held on by these rivets to this part right here, and unfortunately they just came out. So it's supposed to be like this, but it's like that. So I think I'm going to just take these old rivets out and put new ones in, and I think it'll be okay. There you go, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm only going to put a couple of nails in here for now because I'm going to have to make sure I get this board or this line of boards straight with the next line of boards. Oh, way off. Way off. Ha! First try. Never happens. It's a rare treat. Guys, I've run into kind of a serious problem here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but there's a gap right here. This board really should be flat up against this stud right here, but it's not. And the board is a pretty flat board. It doesn't appear to be cupped or anything like that. And if you see it over here, you got the same problem. That bottom part of the board is kicked out real bad. And if I push this in, as I'm sure y'all can't see it, but that causes the top middle to come out, and all of that seems to be pointing to this stud right here is not in the right place. And what I mean by that is it's either too wide, or I don't know, it's kicked out this way just a little bit. Maybe it's bowed. I really don't know. Either way, this is giving me all kinds of problems right here. So I guess I'm going to take this board down and see if I can just shave this off or something. That's all I really know to do. Ah, no. No. That is not what I wanted to happen. I'm gonna still try to salvage it. I want to salvage it because I cut this so good. Well guys, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to stop this video here, and I know this is kind of an awkward spot to stop the video. I usually like to complete something in a video, whether it's like a wall or, you know, whatever project that I'm working on, but that's not gonna happen this time. Unfortunately, I've just run out of time, and this is probably gonna be the pattern for the next several videos, uploading shorter videos of whatever I can get done maybe in a day on this cabin here, because the time has come to get this cabin out of the way, get this living room knocked out, because it's been hanging over our heads for way too long, and y'all know as good as anybody that I'm easily distracted, so the videos are just never. I'll do one video of working on the cabin, and then the next video I'm cutting down trees. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of a pattern to it, except that I'm just kind of all over the place sometimes. But anyway, we're going to start working on this living room with some seriousness, and hopefully more frequent uploads. I'm hoping in shorter videos of just whatever I can get done in maybe a day or two in here. So that's why this video is shorter, and on the next video we'll see if we can knock out that stud problem and see if we can get that board flat up against the wall, excuse me, where it belongs. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.